There we go. We're connected. What's up? I just found this song. Feeling it. What is happening? Facebook. How are you doing? How are you feeling? I'm trying this new thing. I got the camera not this way. I got it this way in landscape, and I think I'm going to keep wanting to look right up here. Anyway, how are you doing? How are you feeling? Hashtag Driven. What is Driven? What is it? Driven's a show I created for a place for us to, for people that are crushing it, for people that want to crush it, and for a place for people that don't even know what crushing it's all about. I have always admired people that have that driven mindset. I've always admired that, you know, that can do, will do, and no matter what, and they become great at whatever it is they're doing in their life. And I've always admired that, from the well-knowns to the unknowns. There's all kinds of people in this world doing all kinds of different things, and if you excel at something, no matter what it is, whether it be for sports or for whatever, that pumps me up, and that shows that is being driven, and I absolutely love that. And this camera, I don't really, there's the camera. I don't really know where to look. Do I look up there or do I look over here? Anyway, can you hear me? Can you see me okay? It feels weird. I got the camera on this way. So anyway, we'll get off that. Hopefully I'm good. Who's on? John, what's up, Killer Bud? Yeah. So this is Driven. It's for the well-knowns. It's for the unknowns. It's a place for you to network, to share your story, to gain some knowledge, to drop some bumps, and hopefully have a good time too. I'm having fun doing it. We're just getting started. We're just getting the ball rolling. Just getting this figured out. Anyway, if you don't know me, that's what I'm talking about. What do you do for volunteer work? I've got to do more volunteer work. I grew up volunteering in all different kinds of places. We did all sorts of different things, and I always appreciated giving that. But what I want to do, I want to spend time. I want to be able to have enough free time to bring awareness to like the backcountry sledders and to skiers and snowboarders, and to provide an avalanche service to all of them, which I can go into way deep later, because that's the whole big vision of what I want to do is a mobile avalanche unit. Somebody's already built one, but I want to build an avalanche unit that can travel around to all the remote places around in the backcountry where, you know, people's schedules may not allow them time to take off to make the Avi class, and they might only get a couple weekends. Well, you know what, we can bring that right to you. So that's what I want to do. That's what makes me driven, and that's how I want to provide to my community. I want to provide to the sledders community and help some of the areas in the up in the backcountry, clear trails. But with that, I need the time, I need the efforts to get up in there. And so anyway, I'm driven for that. That was a little side note. That's a plan for down the road. That's what keeps me driven and what keeps me going towards what I want to do. If you didn't know, I'm a dad. I'm a sledder. What's up, Kyle? Yes, sir. Thanks, John. I know. No, I know. Exactly. I want to do it down here. We don't have that down in Nevada and California. It just doesn't exist. So that's what I want to do. Anyway, what's up, Kyle? Just drove 800 miles to work. Man, you're driven, you're grind, you knew what you're doing. Check Kyle out. They were on last week, tracked out. Thanks for coming in, Kyle. I'm dad, I'm a sledder, and I got my mindset on exactly what means the most to me, and I'm not stopping until I get it, and everybody's got to start somewhere, and this is where I'm starting. This is where we can grow, we can connect, we can come together. I can hear your story, I can share my story, we can connect networks. Maybe you don't know maybe you know something that I don't know, which is more than the case. Maybe I know something, or I can connect you with somebody that I know that you may not have been experienced with yet, and we can connect, we can network, we can grow, we can show off what you're doing, we can show your mindset, we can help people overcome things that might have them stuck on either getting started, getting going, keeping going. You're already there and you want to come back around and start over. Maybe we can do that. So that's what I'm talking about. How's everybody doing tonight? How you feeling? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Doing good. Kyle's on. Tim, what's up, Driven? So when the phone is this way, the comments, you only see one at a time instead of a lot of them. So it's a little different. How's it look on the mobile? Apparently it's supposed to look better when I transfer it over to my YouTube channel. when it's like this, networking. That's right, John. I mean, this is a networking. This is what I want to build this show off of, is people that have an idea. You know, there's lots of them, but I want this one to be mine. I want to connect. I want to connect businessmen with fathers, and businessmen with sledders, and businessmen and that work online, work offline, have brick and mortar stores, have dreams, want to do things bigger, better. They got a company, whatever. You don't even have to be a sledder or a guy or anybody. Or I mean, I want to talk to moms that are crushing. I want to talk to doctors that are crushing it, to architects, to whatever, you know, whatever. This is our show. Whatever business, whatever hobby, whatever pastime, it takes a mindset, and maybe something you use to get you up and get you motivated to go to the gym in the morning. Maybe if you shared that with somebody, that would motivate them to get up and go to the gym in the morning. And then how stoked would that be? Like, just totally lift somebody up to be like, you know, that guy looks like me, he talks like me. You know, I might not look and talk like a lot of people, but some of the things I might say might resonate with the right person. And to me, that would be a huge thing to be able to do, is to provide that with somebody that maybe is like, hey, he's doing it. It can't be that, you know, he figured it out. Maybe I can try something, and I can venture out and I can start that whatever t-shirt company or software company or the guide service or the avalanche class or a business or help somebody invest, or anyway, there's a million ways to do life, and I'm doing it my way. I want to connect with people doing it their way, and maybe I can learn something from them, and also maybe they can learn something from me. So that's my spiel. Boom, provide value. Always gotta give value, and that's what I want to get into right now. So I heard this thing the other day, and again, if you guys want to jump on, anybody wants to come on through this, just go ahead and I can add you. Let's drop the fire emoji if you want to come on and maybe talk about your whatever it is you're into, talk about your story, maybe an event that you got coming up, maybe a business you're running, maybe a company you're part of, whatever. Maybe you just want to come on and bullshit with me and hear a little bit of my story, and I can hear a little bit of your story, and we can connect, and maybe you can drop some bombs on what apps you use, what podcasts you listen to, what books you're reading, what stuff you're doing, what things were just missing me in life, left and right. And it's like, I didn't even know all this information was out there, and I'm trying not to take too much in, but I want to take the right stuff in. So if you got some good, yes, join in, Peter. Come on up and just throw an ad. I can add you if you want. Drop some fire emojis if you want to come in. 3 questions. Kyle's got it right. It's super fun to connect. First thing I'm going to do while you guys are tossing back and forth, whether you want to come on and join me and have a chat, tell me your story. The first thing I want to do is, I heard this thing from Eddie Pinero. He does Your World Within. It's like a YouTube motivational blog. He's a writer, a runner, a musician. Eddie Pinero. This was something he gave in one of his one of his videos called Believe. So what he did was, I'd show you a little picture. He says draw a line across a piece of paper, and at one end of it put who you are, or who you want to be, or where you want to go, and at the other end of it, write who you're not. And then right in the middle, put I'm fine. And this is where I personally got hung up for a little while. What's up, John? Glad to have you on here. Good. What I got hung up was on the I'm fine for a little while. You know, I had a good job. I was doing what I wanted to do, and I was living how I wanted to live. But then sooner or later, you know, that job was maybe not going to take me to the next level, or I was going to have to sit around and like wait for somebody to move to another position before I'm in corporate America. If I want to move up, I got to be the best I can every day, and then just kind of wait for the next person to clear out of the way so I can move into that position and that management role and up and up. And so I quickly realized that what I was doing in life wasn't going to get me over here onto this line where I wanted to be. So put your line who you are and who you're not on this side, and put I'm fine right in the middle. And every time you make a concession in life, and you wait around to make that decision, and you wait around to read a book and to learn something, or to maybe listen to some advice that you don't really want to hear at the time, which I'm also very guilty of, you'll take a step backwards and closer into who you're not. Or if you're not living true to yourself, and you're not living true to your why, and you're not actually doing the stuff that you really want to do in life, and you know, provide the things you want to provide and do the stuff you want to do, you move a step back into the who you're not category. And every time you think about that, you're you're in a negative mindset, or you're bummed out because stuff's not going your way, your job sucks, your house sucks, your relationship sucks, and you just constantly concede back one step, back one step. Peter's on. Right on, man. I'm gonna bring Peter on, and I'll wrap up. I'm gonna bring this right back on over to here. Peter, add as a guest. There we go. Right on, right on. First guest on. Where are we at? Inviting Peter's gonna come up. Not real sure he's on here. Let's see, we'll give him a invite. So anyway, with that, each time you take a concession or you do something that's not true to yourself, true to your values, true to who you are, you'll take a step backwards. And you'll take a step backwards, and you'll quickly fall into that you're behind, I'm fine. You're into the who you're not category, and you're starting to, you're living your life reactionary, and as stuff's coming at you, you're not ready for it. You're not attacking it. You're not in a mindset to take it on and be driven, drive through it, and get up early and go do what you need to do and put the work in. You're on the defense. You're reacting to life situations. And when he laid this out, I was like, whoa, it's on a line. I can see it. I learn with pictures, videos and stuff like that. If I can see it, and then I can hear it, and then I can read about it, I'm going to learn it. Like, I'm going to know it like that, and it's going to sink in. So anyway, as soon as he started talking about this, I drew out a picture, and I'm like, there it is. And then you take the opposite of that, and you want to take steps into the who you are category. It's every time you focus on a small goal and you accomplish it, or you take 10 minutes in the morning and read your book, and then do your workout and do that daily routine, and do the action steps that they talk about and it's all pretty kind of new to me, and I've loved it. Truth, I love it. Fire, Kyle says fire. Yeah, I was pumped when I heard this. I was super pumped. So basically, if you want to go make steps that we're going towards who you are versus the I'm fine spot where you're not going to go anywhere. I keep looking up here, and I don't know why the camera's over here. Anyway, you want to keep making steps over there, and there's lots of different ways, and there's lots of different people, and I've discovered some, and I'm yet to learn books and people and inspirations to help you get the mindset and help you take those steps. Tegan's back there laughing at some YouTube show. Not sure what he's watching, but anyway, he's funny. You're taking those steps, and you're taking them action steps that are moving you closer to where you want to be and who you are, and get those things you want in life. And for me, I have a list. I got it wrote out. I look at it, and I'm like, okay, that's what I want. Okay, what can I do today to make steps forward to where I can get closer to that every single day? And that's what I need to perfect. And I mean, that's where you need a group or whatever. It's easy to do by yourself. A lot of people do it by yourself, but heck, the way the world is and the way things work these days, can you feel what I'm saying? There we go. I see some hearts. I love it. If you connect with the right group and you get in that right connection of the right people, you can accomplish some crazy wild things. So that's what this show's about. That's what I'm talking about and that was Eddie Pinero. Your World Within is where I heard that from. Great guy. Check him out. I'll drop a link in the comments when I come back and watch this. I guess. Who do we got? He's not coming on. He's invited. Peter's invited. Bits and bites till you can run. That's it. Little bits. John says it right. Bits and bites. Yeah, taking little steps. I love that. I love the way that. Melly. Oh, I forget I can tag people in. It's like, boom, what's up, Mally? That dude runs his business. He's starting his thing. I'll tag him in, see if he wants to come in. This dude's crushing it. Ben Mally, connect with this guy. All your crane services driven. Tim's on. Way to go, buddy. He's got doing Southpaw Creations. Thanks for coming back. Appreciate your time. Check him out. Christmas season. Order him. What's everybody else up to? So that's my little bit of, if nobody wanted to join tonight, I wanted to make sure I was prepared with a little bit of value. And so tonight, if you want, that's a good exercise. Draw a line out, put who you are on this side, put who you're not on this side, put I'm fine right here. And then think about what you've done the last 2 months, 6 months, 1 year of your life that are making steps to go this way instead of steps to go that way. It's a pretty good exercise. Sometimes I go 2 forward, 3 back, 2 forward, 3 back. But at least I'm making efforts and I'm learning along the way. But it's fun. It's a pretty cool way to do it. So I want to make sure I provided that. And I just want to also, Thanksgiving Eve. Tegan and I decided this is officially Thanksgiving Eve. And pizza is the the official food of said Thanksgiving Eve, unless you're having pumpkin pie already. I don't have any of that. I wish I had some of that. Somebody bring me some pumpkin pie. That'd be cool. Anyway, so we're calling this Thanksgiving Eve. Pizza is the official thing. We went and had some pizza tonight. It was great. Had a great day. Loved it. Just at home today. So I'm inviting Peter. He didn't want to seem to come on. I'm going to leave you with one little thing I'm reading. I actually ordered the bigger book to this John Maxwell, and I'm super pumped. I'm joining a mastermind. A small group of friends of mine are putting together this training in this mastermind class directly from the John Maxwell's, I don't know, School of Greatness or something, whatever he calls it, but he's a candidate for a John Maxwell trainership, and I'm getting in a mastermind with him. So I actually ordered the bigger version of this, but I want to leave you with one little quote here. It's pretty cool. It's called "Efficiency is the foundation for survival. Effectiveness is the foundation for success." I love that. Efficiency is the foundation for survival, and effectiveness is the foundation for success. And you think about that. Tim was on the third show. Travel back to episode 0.3, catch Tim Kieber. You think about that, and it's easy to be, you got to be efficient with whatever you do, because if you're not very efficient, it's going to take you longer to do stuff, and that's where you find a mentor, and that's where you find a coach. And a couple of the mentors I found have really sped up my learning process, if you will. It's been a journey, but efficiency you can gain through mentorship, which gains you success. And then once you've been coachable and you've learned all that stuff from a mentor, from somebody that has what you want, that's doing what you want, that has the results you want, once you've learned that efficiency from them, then you can start gaining your effectiveness, where you fine tune. You're not operating on a scope this big. You're bringing it in. You can effectively improve your effectiveness and increase your success. That's the value. Effectiveness. Hold on, let me read it one more time. It gets confused. Efficiency is the foundation for survival, and effectiveness is the foundation for success. So that's a bit of it today. Thank you guys. Thank everybody. I hope everybody has a wonderful Thanksgiving. Travel safe. Do you see that coming out of, or going in and coming out of LA? That is insane. I bet right now there was probably a couple million people stuck in traffic that wouldn't mind having Elon Musk's tunnel system operating out of LA, but he's not there yet. He's still making super fast cars and driverless semis. I remember now. Oh, okay, yeah. Kyle. Cool. Anyway, it's crazy. Have a safe Thanksgiving. Cherish your family. Love your time. Be thankful for everything you got. I'm not doing Driven tomorrow, so we can hang out with our families and maybe stay off of social media for a minute. I'll probably swing by and like a picture. But how's everybody like how's the new camera position? Is this good? You like this? Well, I got a few people on here. Good. Great. Wonderful. All right. So yeah, I'm a dad. I'm a sledder, trying to do cool shit, and I hope you guys are enjoying what I'm doing. Nobody on? Okay. While I'm live, I might as well say this, because if you speak it, then it will happen. So what I'm gonna do, I think how this is gonna work is I'm gonna start, when I ask somebody to actually, because it's kind of difficult. It's like, hey, you want to come do my show at 8 o'clock on Wednesday night? It's like, well, I got stuff, and it's like, well, I want to do a show at a consistent time all the time, so it's not always hopping around. But then I want a way to connect with people. So what I think I'm going to do is run, like, maybe one of these will be a consistent time where it's just me pulling up some people from the audience that want to come on eventually, as I build my rapport and build my credibility as a interviewer and have some fun. Then after we build that up, then I'm going to do like a special episode where whatever works for who I really want to talk to and really think can provide you guys with some value. I'll set that up on the side. We'll do that special live, and then I'll also be able to use that into a podcast, where I want to take Driven right to a podcast. There I'm speaking it. I'm thinking about January. Once I have a good amount of content, I can mash this up into like a 30, 45-minute podcast, and then see if you guys can put me in your headphones when you're driving to work. So with that, there it is, Driven. I love you guys. Thank you for coming. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving. I appreciate your time. And be safe out there this weekend. And to everybody that lives in around Whistler and they're riding around in 7 foot of new snow, be careful. Watch out for avalanches. Be safe and have fun. Peace, y'all. I'm Scott.